Hello, we are here on the finale of Miles Ace Attorney. I can't believe it's extraterritorial. Oh my god, I can't read. I hate this word. Extraterritoriality. Yes, and there's nothing we can really do about that. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice. I can't believe we know he's the. What? I can't read. He's the boss. We can't lay a finger on him. I know. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, sorry to skip out on you, but I've got some business to take care of. Oh, okay, bye. If you can't even give an evil guy like him a slap on the wrist, what the heck are laws created for? What good are they? If the law can help us, then I'll go as the Yadagarasu and take care of this myself. Don't you dare. Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry, that was a bit too harsh. I know how you feel, sir. We're just trying to take on Ambassador after all. And he did tell us earlier to get out of the theater. This is kind of their country, I guess. But I feel like I've been slapped across the face for just doing my job. What am I going to do? Should I retreat for now, formulate a better plan of attack? Come on, everyone, we can't give up yet. Okay. I want you to try think about something for a sec. We've never let up for even a second, as long as we don't stop investigating. We might find a rotten treasure hidden here. She's right! Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You're right, Kay. Very well, let us reopen the investigation and see what we find. Come on, Kay. Right behind you. Okay, then I'll go check out the bar a bit more, sir. And I have something that I need to investigate further in Alabast. Okay, bye. Everyone's just leaving me. Now then, before I cover any more information, I should do a bit of housekeeping. Passion file data erased from my organizer. Mr. Albert seemed agitated over something. I wonder why. There are two special circumstances that surround the ambassador. First, the embassy itself has extraterritorial rights. If something happens on Alabastian soil, we are unable to legally prosecute him. Cool. Sounds like embassies are the perfect place to steal whatever you want. And murder, the Mask 2 run a smuggling operation and make counterfeit bills, apparently. But I thought all the counterfeiting was done by Mr. Kochin in Babar. Yes, he apparently used the embassy's coupon printing press to do it. It's the same story over there anyway. Babar also has extraterritorial rights. Which brings me to my next point, the ambassador's extraterritorial rights. Those rights are effective even in our own country. Really? No matter what happens, he can never be tried in our courts. He retains some very special rights indeed. Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we can't bring him to trial here. So I guess we don't really stand a chance, do we? We might stand a chance if we can somehow nullify even one of his special rights. Flowers were sent by a variety of people and businesses to celebrate the Goodwill event. I need to quickly change something on the stream. Give me 1 second. Even Steel Samurai received some flowers from the ambassadors. There are so many bouquets here, it's like a wedding ceremony. I believe the flowers for those are for a slightly different reason. What do you mean? This event was supposed to be like a wedding between Alabasta and the Ball, right? Actually, I believe they're more in a state of divorce. Okay then, the event was supposed to be their remarriage ceremony. I suppose you could call it that. Okay, what now? This was taken just before the two ambassadors gave their bouquets to the Steel Samurai. Wait, is it just my imagination, or is there something in this picture that I've seen before? I'm interested to have inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. It appears to be a bouquet of Persians, cyclamens, and roses. Wow, you even know the exact species! I never would have figured you for an expert on flowers. It's all because of those flowers that old lady sends me every month. Just look at me, I sound like some sort of botanist. So, what exactly is the yellow flower here? That one, I'm not sure. What? You don't know? As far as I can recall, I've never seen a flower like this before. But it feels as though I've seen the shape somewhere before. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yes.
Eureka!
Babal's national symbol is the butterfly, and Alabas is the flower. It would appear that someone is employing the old hide a tree in a forest trick. What are you mumbling to yourself about? Wait, what? A handle of the knife? Ah! Yes, it's the handle that was supposed to be on the blade that killed Mr. Cochin. The weapon that killed him was carried through the aceattorney chalice, and the very bouquet Ambassador Albert was carrying. The flower motif. It looks like one of the flower petals is missing. Oh, and take a look at the weapon! It's missing the exact same petal! The knife in this photo is most definitely the same as the murder weapon. Oops, I didn't mean to press that. I know that the counterfeit bills were printed using the embassy's press, but the necessary materials such as the Barbalese ink and paper must have been hidden in a secure location. What do you think could have happened if the renovation had begun? Well, he probably had to find a better hiding place or to get rid of it all. Right, so we can assume that the renovation was the cause of the plate and bills disposal, and the reason Mr. Cochin was killed as the ringleader of the smuggling operation. Based on what we know, who do you think was the one who had the most to gain? Probably Alba? It's the one person who's been erasing all evidence of the smuggling operation from both embassies, the co-conspirator who is mopping up, Ambassador Alba. Ambassador Alba has a very strong motive to kill Manny Cochin. I'm guessing I correct these. The cause of Ambassador Alba's agitation, the rotten treasure we may find, and the motive for killing Mr. Cochin. Miss Yu said it herself that she didn't kill anyone tonight. If we were to take her word at face value, then the reason for the ambassador's nervousness can only be one thing. He didn't want us to discover the real circumstances under which Mr. Cochin was killed. Then you mean Ambassador Alba is the real killer? I thought the two of them were friends. Maybe they were, but what if Mr. Cochin was the one who betrayed their friendship? Oh, I get it. Wasn't Mr. Cochin pushing really hard for Mr. Palema to be ambassador after unification? Yes, and that was the real reason why he wanted to steal Alabas' Primadox statue. So Mr. Cochin hired them as two to go steal it for him. But when Ambassador Alba found out what he was up to, he killed Mr. Cochin. It's definitely a possibility at this point. Those two really were thinking of no one but themselves. But the question now is, how did they do it? Ambassador Alba was in Alabast, but Mr. Cochin's body was discovered in Babal, right? Right, and this is what we must solve next. I believe we now understand why Ambassador Alba was so nervous and agitated. It must have something to do with where Mr. Cochin was killed. The place where the Alabastian ambassador was likely to meet the Barbalese and Mr. Cochin. The place where Ambassador Alba happened to have committed the murder is... here?
Take that!
I have no idea. It's got to be there, no? Oh, the only place that makes sense is here, at the Theatrum Neutralis. What? Here? The Goodwill event was being held here today, correct? So the only place that the both of them would have been seen is here. But if that's the case, then everything changes. This sphere isn't exactly Alabastian land. So that wipes out one of those extraterritorial rights he has. Makes logical sense, in which case it is a reason for us to investigate further. So what should we check out? Let's see. I believe we should check the immigration records for both Alabas and Babal post haste. Babal's records should be easy to obtain, however the problem would be Alabast. I wonder if they would allow us to see their records despite the order to vacate. I'm already one step ahead of you, Miles Edgeworth, Francisco. I have here the security footage from both Alabas and Babal. You would do well to take a look at its contents. Okay, you move fast. Von Karmas denies to be perfect in every way. It's not in my nature to keep on retreating like this. I took the liberty of looking over the Babal investigation reports as well. From now on, you make no excuse to back down or say that we can't solve the case. I'm sorry about earlier. We won't be beaten, because my cute little subordinate is going to try his very best, isn't he? Hasn't she patronized me enough already for a lifetime? So, this video contains footage from Alabast's immigration screening area. I really hope there's something in here that we can use. Which minute's footage should I examine? What is happening here? Doesn't something about this lump shape strike you as odd? Huh? Isn't it supposed to be this shape? No, there's clearly something odd about this bulge. Oh, that's a sentence. If only we had the pushcart itself, we could compare and confirm my hunch. It's got an unnatural bulge. Right, next let us check the footage from Babal's security camera. I hope it shows us something good. Philly, there wasn't a single sign of a suspicious person or anything. That right there is the contradiction. Huh? Did I miss something? You didn't miss anything, because there was nothing to miss. However, what is missing is the image of Mr. Cochin entering his own country. But wasn't his body found in the bar? It would appear that the true face of our final puzzle has finally revealed itself. Yay, got my health back. Oh my god. Ambassador Alba. I thought I'd ask for you and your group to vacate the premises, Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I thought I should let you know that this is here to sit on my country soil. You've had your fun, and I've enjoyed our little game. I dare say that you've even achieved a new high score. However, once you've recorded a score, that same game can never be played again. That's not how that works. What? Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Your game's done. It's game over. No.
Objection!
Ready for your going at this time of night? After admitting to my crime, I was overcome with regret. So I'm heading to the airport now to go home. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. There's still so many issues we need to discuss with you. You can't stop me, Mr. Edgeworth, and you know it. Please, may I have a little bit of your time, Ambassador Alba? Ambassador Peleno. Even just a teeny tiny bit is fine with me. The already sustained relationship between our countries is in a precarious situation, you know. Very well, if you insist. I will play just one more round with them and see what they want. Not that they'll get any further. Farther. Ambassador Peleno. Mr. Edgeworth, all my wishes for the normalization of relationships between our two countries. But there is one person standing in the way of that dream. I believe in you. You do what is right. Thank you for your vote of confidence. His nose really creeps me out. Now then, what is it you wanted to ask me about? I do have a flight to catch after all. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to limit you to just one question. That's more than enough, because I only have one question anyway. I want to hear your alibi about how you couldn't have killed Mr. Manikochin. Oh, I see. You seem to have a good hand this time around. This should be fun. This really is the very last chance we have to bring him down. I won't allow even an atom-sized contradiction to slip by. Alright then. Frankly, I still don't understand why I'm being placed under suspicion here. Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Cochin and I were fellow smugglers. But to get to the point, I was in Alabas the whole time. So it's simply not possible for me to have killed him in Babal. That is my alibi. So, that is your alibi? That is correct. It's simply not possible for me to have committed a crime in Babal. Now that we cleared that up, I'd appreciate it if you move out of the way.
Hold it!
I said hold it. What is it this time? I thought I told you I'd only allow one question. You did. But you still haven't yet to really answer my one question. What? Until you tell us the truth, I will refuse to budge an inch from where I'm standing. Very well. I'll play with you just a little longer. Miles Edgeworth, as my subordinate and representative of this country's prosecutors, you are forbidden to lose. Of course, that is something I've understood from the start. That guy's the one who ordered my father killed, isn't he? Yes, I believe so. The goal of the first Yadagrasi was the capture of the smuggling ring's leader. My father and Uncle Ben. Their legacy will live on for me. So that's why we've just got to catch him, okay? We will, I promise. Now, Ambassador Alba, let's have the truth now, shall we? No matter how many times you ask, my answer remains the same.
Hold it!
It's not a hypothesis. Earlier we proved it to be what happened. Well, let's leave that to one side for now. Because it doesn't change the fact that I have no motive. Oh? So you really had no reason to kill Mr. Cochin? If you want to oppose I had one, then why not? I'll indulge you. After all, this is nothing more than a silly game to me. Even if that's how you see things, I'd appreciate it if you would take this me more seriously. I'm sorry, I suppose you are in a bit of a pickle. Very well, the game is no fun and the playing field isn't level. Therefore, I formally claim that I have no motive to kill. Now, let's see you disprove it. How can he stand there looking proud when he knows he killed another human being? Well, I'm not going to stand by and just watch him get away with his crimes. Right, what was the motive? It was...
Objection!
If you want to know, I believe you did have a motive to kill. It was because Mr. Cochin had betrayed you. But you had your own reason too, namely you wanted to pin the smuggling all on him. Evil begets evil, and because you were trying to test each other, it turned into this mess.
Objection!
Oh. Objection! Maybe I'll change my voice for him a little bit then. I never heard him object before. I don't believe this. You are a bad penchant for telling tall tales, Mr. Prosecutor. And if you're not, then I suppose you have some proof to support your argument. I never use guesswork in moving my cases forward. It has been proven that this note was written by Mr. Cochin's hand. Shall we take a look at it? The content of the note is a request calling for the theft of Alabas Primaduck statue. By killing him and pushing all of the guild for the smuggling onto him, you walk away spotless. I believe you understand what I'm driving at. You had more than a few reasons to kill him.
Objection!
Jackson! Are you finished with your hypothesizing? Excuse me?
I suppose I did have a motive. Even so, a motive or thought alone can kill. Isn't that right?
I didn't expect him to resort to playing the semantics game with me. It appears that this is where the real battle will begin.
Now then, if you will excuse me. Wait, what? I told you at the very beginning, didn't I? You only get one question.
Ambassador Alba, if you could please give us just a little more of your time. It doesn't matter what kind of man Manny was, he was my subordinate. Which is why I would like for us to figure out the real cause of his death.
That is something for Babal to figure out, and something for which I have no relation to.
Now he's even turning down a request from Ambassador Plano. I'm very sorry, but it seems now that even my voice falls on deaf ears. There is no need for you to apologize, Ambassador Plano. We must find some way to stop him from leaving.
If there are no further objections, in that case, please allow me to return home.
Bye. Hold it right there, Ambassador Alba.
Okay.
Like I said, Mr. Edgeworth, the Anagras' legacy will live on through me. Yes, but how do you suggest we stop him from leaving? You just leave that to me. Ambassador Alba, do you recognize this?
No, why should I recognize that tattered old organizer?
Wait, where have I seen that before? That is a clue my father, Byron Faraday, left for us.
Did you say Byron Faraday?
Mr. Faraday's organizer. Don't tell me this is the one from the second KG8 incident. The one in which he wrote about the Yaskarasu's key. Yes, this organizer belongs to the prosecutor you had Miss Yu kill 7 years ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You say that like it was related to me.
Inside his organizer, he wrote up every detail of every evil thing you did.
What an amusing little girl you are, but that sort of trickery won't work on me.
If you don't believe me, then take a look at this.
And what is that toy there? That's...
This thievery device was used by the Yatagarasu, or rather by my father. 7 years ago, he used this when he snuck into this embassy.
What?
There's 2 pieces of evidence that hold information Yatagarasu dug up on you. If you go home now, I won't hesitate to send it all to Anabas right behind you.
Little girl, get to the point.
I want you to go up against Mr. Edgeworth one more time. If you win, then I'll hand over these 2 pieces of evidence.
Yatagarasu, I have a thorn in my side.
Okay, does that organizer really contain any information on his dirty dealings? It's nothing case-breaking, really. Ah, then it was just a bluff. Even if it was, we still can't let all the info my father and Uncle Bad found go to waste. Plus, just the existence of Little Thief is troublesome enough for him. Those 2 pieces. Aren't they keepsakes of your father? It's okay. I believe in Mr. Edgeworth. He'll come out on top in the end.
Okay.
When the going gets tough, somebody's got to be there to put the wind back in your sails. But all this time, you're still quite the feisty one. I applaud your powerful nature. I will refuse to lose this too. Ambassador Alba, you won't be returning home until you give us further testimony.
How dare you all, borrowing a person like me.
Ambassador Alba, your testimony if you please.
No. Alright, but this is the absolute last. Then, even if you use all the power of the Ambassador Plano's office, you won't stop me.
I can't let this opportunity K has created for me go to waste.
The last time I met with Mr. Coachman was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. After that, I was in Alabaster the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I did not see Mr. Coachman again after that. So you see, there's no time span in which I could have killed him. Wouldn't you agree? Now, since your people are practically begging, I'll allow you to question me.
What an arrogant old man. Yes, but no matter, we can't allow this chance to escape us.
On you go, you've reached the end of my patience. Waste my time with any inane questions and you'll be punished.
So any need us pressing or presenting will hurt our case? In that case, the only thing you can do is present the correct evidence, understood? Of course, I don't intend to let him intimidate me. I know Mr. Cushman was killed before he returned to Babal. In which case, there is only one statement to which I need to present the evidence. It's got to be this one. Is that right? I think so. I'd like you to take a look at this picture.
It's a rather nice picture, isn't it? If it was to commemorate the restoration of relations between our nations.
Oh, it's commemorative, alright. One that captures the proof I need to show that it was you who committed the murder.
Come again.
This is the knife that killed Mr. Cochin. I see you recognized well, and well you should, for it was you who brought it to this theatre. I hid it in among the flowers you were to give to the Steel Samurai, meaning that you killed Manny Cochin here at the theatre. It's time for me to catch my flight.
Objection!
We're not through yet.
Objection! I keep forgetting who talks like this. It's game over for you. It's game over, mate. It's game over for you, Mr. Edgeworth. But I thank you for your entertainment. No matter how passionately you orate, the end result will be the same. I won't be returning to this country ever again.
That's right. This man is an ambassador, and he has extraterritorial rights. No matter how hard we chase it after him, we won't be able to have him tried in court.
Yes, that's exactly the face you should be making. The face of a worthless cur. Ugh, no!
I didn't do that line very well, sorry.
Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I must bid you farewell.
Wait, the corpse. Is there no one who can lay a finger on this man? Is this really the end? Oh? Agent Lang. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Prosecutor.
Get out of my way. My plane is scheduled to take off soon.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, Mr. Alba.
I'm through playing games with you people.
You can't touch me. If you do, it would spark an international incident, Agent Lang. Sorry, but no, it wouldn't.
What?
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Good job holding the fort down here until I got back. So, Mr. Alba, your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked.
What do you mean, revoked? Spare me this nonsense and let me through.
Lang Zi says, before aiming for the throat, chew the neck shield off first. Interpol headquarters and the imperial household of the Kingdom of Alabast. Took a while to get things rolling, but they finally moved on it.
The imperial household? You? What have you done?
You have been relieved of your duties as ambassador, Mr. Alba.
What?
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 Effective today, effective right now. And you have Mr. Prosecutor's videotape to thank for this. The video of Diana Crossing protected. You can't be arrested simply because you're an ambassador. In that case, I thought I'd strip you of that title. You underestimated me, a descendant of the founder of the attainment philosophy, Lang Zi. 4,000 years of deeply entrenched connections and networks around the world have really paid off.
It's got to be. I don't believe this. My ambassadorship has been revoked.
Looks like you're finally coming to grips with your new standing. Woohoo! Looks like he turned docile again. He's probably in shock from the loss of his shield. What a shame. I had so wanted to use my whip on him.
Why is this happening to me? I'm just a hard-working, honest ambassador.
You really think you can still pull that on us now? We've already ripped away that mask and seen you for who you really are, Mr. Alba.
Objection!
He's back.
No. I won't be stopped now.
He still intends to fight us.
So what if I'm no longer an ambassador? You still don't have any evidence of me. The fact remains that you cannot arrest me.
I expected no less from you, the boss of the smuggling ring. Well, the rest is up to you, Mr. Prosecutor.
Understood. You say that I killed Mr. Cochin in the theatre. But even if that's true, that there was a knife in my bouquet. I left that bouquet in the theatre. So anyone could have taken it out from there and used it, right? Besides, the claim that he was killed here itself is odd. After all, wasn't his body discovered in Babar? Are you claiming that I carried his body all the way over there? Preposterous.
Objection!
I'll be the one to prove whether it's preposterous or not. Ex-Ambassador Alba, are you ready? Because this is no game. This is war.
I killed Mr. Cochin in the theatre using a knife that was stuck in my bouquet. I left that bouquet in the theatre. Anyone could have taken a knife from there. Besides, Mr. Cochin's body was discovered in Babar, right? There was no way for me to have transported his body from the theatre to Babar. Look, don't you think you've had enough fun with me? You've already stolen my ambassadorship from me. Would you have me surrender too? You have no plans to return to this country, isn't that right? Did you know that a bunch of your subordinates are seeking asylum because of you? As if I care. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, boot this guy out of the embassy and we can finally end everything. I know, and I'll give it my all to see that he leaves in handcuffs. Without a title of ambassador, he's just another witness. Yes, just another witness. All right, what are we waiting for? Let's get this guy. And get him good. I wonder if they understand that all I can do is present evidence to the testimony. Like, beat him up. Strangle him. It's this one, because he could have done it with the trolley. Pushcart. Actually, I do believe there was a way to transport the body out of the theatre. Perhaps you should give this a look. What is that supposed to be?
It's footage from a security camera that captured the state of the immigration area.
Should I congratulate you on getting your hands on it?
Just letting you know that we're not the only ones watching your every movement.
Thank you for the warning.
Now, if you could take a look at this section here. This lump here inside the pushcart, do you know what that's causing it?
Should I? Because I don't.
In that case, allow me to enlighten you. This is the cause of the unnatural lump under the cloth in the pushcart. Body.
Take that!
What is the meaning of just showing me that?
It's to say that the unnatural bulge in the pushcart is Mr. Cochin's body. You had to steal samurai wheel his body away from the real crime scene.
Yeah, what a guess. So I wonder if you have any evidence to support it.
I admit that for now it is but a hypothesis, however...
If you can't prove it, then I'm afraid I must be on my way. I don't have any more time to play with you people. Sorry I took too long, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Me? It's Gumshoe, is that the Steel Samurai's pushcart?
Yes, sir, I found it in the open-air stage area.
So that's where you went?
The detective spirit that Pops left me with. I thought I'd follow my gut and go with it, sir. So, Mr. Edgeworth, is this worth anything to the case?
Yes. Yes, it just might play a major role in solving this case, Detective. Something isn't right. I thought that the entire samurai family was in Alabast. Where exactly in the open-air stage area did you find this pushcart?
I found it just lying there at the edge of the stage, sir.
Oh, well, let's leave that for now and examine it inside, Detective.
Yes, sir.
Oh, look at that. It's
blood.
This must be Mr. Koshin's blood, which only goes to prove that Mr. Koshin's body was indeed transported by the pushcart. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Koshin at the theatre and then placed his body inside the pushcart. And then you forced the Steel Samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. Forced him to move the body into Alabast? What nonsense! Why would I bother to do such a thing? You were scheduled to make a speech in Alabast, meaning it was difficult for you to make a stop in Babar. However, what if you wanted to move the body to Alabast? Because it was your embassy, you could keep an eye on it and tamper with the evidence. And then you smuggled it out of Alabast. No! If I can show you how you moved the body from Alabast to Bavar, then I win. But you can't. The security between the two countries is incredibly tight. I'll be the one to judge whether I can or cannot prove it. And so I ask you to provide us with the testimony regarding your movements after you return to Alabast. No. Miles Edgeworth, have you figured it out? Do you know how the body was moved? To be honest, I have nothing to support my hypothesis at this time. However, I don't believe that I've made a mistake in my logic up to this point. Which means there is no question that can't be answered, right? The Turnabout statue was smuggled successfully through a brief flight through the air. So why shouldn't there be an answer to how the body was moved? Which means that there must be a logic flaw somewhere I can exploit.
After I returned to Alabast, I had my picture taken with the Steel Samurai shaking hands. Then, just as I was about to start my speech, the Yakugasu appeared. I feared for the national treasure, so I raced back to my office.
Is that all?
Yes, that's all.
Objection!
It looks like you left out a few things, such as the murder of the Master 2. Furthermore, you left out the part about meeting with me in your office.
Ah, those trifling matters. I don't believe I need to speak of those things again. I do so hate to waste time.
What? Is not every life precious?
Do you really need me to answer that for you?
Objection!
People like you cannot be allowed to wander freely through society. Then you'd better try hard, because I don't think you'll find a single contradiction.
He's really full of himself, isn't he? Yes, he is. How can he be so confident at a time like this?
Come on, don't be shy. Go ahead and ask whatever you'd like.
Jesus. He's pissing me off.
Hold it!
So why was it only with the Steel Samurai? I thought the Pink Princess was also around.
Pink Princess was suffering from a bad hip at the time, and the doctors recommended that she rest.
Wow, so you do have a soft side after all.
The pain of a bad hip. I suppose none of you can really understand how it feels.
Oh, so you tend to strain your back as well, huh?
But isn't that just because you're normally all hunched over?
He did need to keep up the act no matter what, I suppose.
The point of this is not to discuss my back problems. For about 15 minutes after our handshake, I was in my office preparing for the speech.
Oops. Always press that one.
Hold it!
That Yakugasu was just a trick that you set up. The most amusing joke, and how do you suppose that I set it up?
If you really want to know, I can explain it in detail for you. You arranged the spotlights in the rose garden so that when you were to take the stage, the audience would see the Yatagasu's shadow.
Oh, that is an interesting tale. Sadly, it has nothing to do with me.
What is it going to take for you to fess up to it? Oh god, I've got hiccups.
Anything.
Ugh. Very well then, let's move on to a different question. After Yatagasu appeared, what was the state of the rose garden?
Everyone took refuge inside the embassy. I even helped with the effort. And then once everyone was inside, well...
Hold it!
And what happened after you returned to your office?
I don't want to keep repeating this, however. Upon my return, I had the stroke of bad luck and bumped into Master Man.
And I don't want to keep on repeating this either. But the name was Damas too.
Who cares what he was called? By the time he got to the premier statue that he was supposed to steal, it had already been swapped for its full fate. Talk about an unlucky man, being bludgeoned to death with a fake statue.
Miss Montgomery's really letting her whip fly now.
Eek! I think the scary part is the silence while she's doing it.
She must be at the limit of her patience as well. But physical attacks are meaningless here. Only evidence will suffice. I can't find a single flaw in his argument. At this rate, I won't be able to prove that he's actually guilty of anything.
Are we finished here?
Master Edgeworth, can you just come up with how the body was moved to Bavar?
Sir!
Mr. Edgeworth!
Even after proving so much, is he gonna get away with it?
Is this the end? Oh.
It would be a great honor if you would allow us to be your allies in battle.
Your magistrate, it's time for you to pay. It's the Steel Samurai?
No, you are mistaken, for I am Steel Samurai Daddy, married man of Neo Tokyo. And this is Pink Princess Mommy.
Edgy Poo!
No! The two people that I wanted to see the least. Larry! What are you doing here?
Way to show your gratitude, Edgy. We just wanted to help Yeesh. I'm gonna get this bad guy with a single thrust of my samurai spear.
Go away.
How can you be so mean to us, Edgy Poo?
I never expected him to just say go away, that's funny.
All three of us came to lend a hand, and this is how you treat us. Well, isn't this grand? And I see they managed to find an iron infant.
Does that really matter right now?
Hey, is it just me or is iron infant completely soaked?
Oh yeah, I found him in the bar, but he was in the middle of the pool. Wait a second. Larry, go back to what you just said.
Huh?
Oh, it appears that we made it not that far back. Something about finding the infant in the bar. And he found it in a pool. I don't recall there being one in the bar. Oh, damn! Well, I was in Alabaster the whole time, so I have no idea how the iron infant wound up in the bar. I thought I had lost him in the rose garden. But I guess maybe this cute kid can swim, huh? Wait, what? Larry, you lost the iron infant in the rose garden? Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm sure, but I found him in... That's enough, Larry.
Edgeworth, you're so mean.
The iron infant that Larry lost managed to move between the two countries. Furthermore, the iron infant was found soaked in the middle of a pool. This is what I've been looking for. It's another smuggling route between the countries. Key to the route the iron infant took to the travel from Alabas to Babal is bilateral symmetry. Oh, that's right. The embassy was built with bilateral symmetry in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. There is a location I wish for you to examine post-haste. It is where I believe the route was used to smuggle Mr. Coachen's body lines. Does something like that really exist, sir? An embassy built on bilateral symmetry, meaning that this is where we need to examine.
The pool on the other side, I'm guessing.
Take that!
Yes, sir, I'll be back before you know it. It's too late. It doesn't matter how much you do now, it's all a waste of time. You will stay here with us and wait.
Hello? This is Edgeworth.
Miss Redworth is here, sir. There's a reservoir here, just like in the Rose Garden.
Just as I suspected. What is it? The two sides of this embassy are mirror images of each other, which means that there's also a pool at the corresponding location on the Barbalese side. Mr. Coach's body was moved into Babal through the pool in Ablaze.
Objection!
Avoiding the topic with a vague answer like that is unbecoming of a prosecutor. If you don't mind, I'd like to see more physical proof if you have any.
The Iron Infant is positively soaked in water. Why do you think that is? It's because he was fished out of a pool, and not just any pool. It was the Ablaze one. I think it's pretty obvious at this point what must be true. The water reservoirs in the two courtyards are connected.
Objection!
And where is your proof that the two sides are connected?
Objection!
The proof is right there before your eyes. The half-drowned Iron Infant.
This blasted doll! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back. Hey, don't tell me. You guys figured everything out without me.
We did, thanks to the hero of justice's son. Even if he's just a doll, he managed to help foil the villain.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, look, I don't want to say this, but it's kind of unlikely that the body just happened to have passed through to the bar. This guy's a doll and he's small, so I can believe it made it, but
he has a point.
yes, that's right. I'm glad somebody here understands. Mr. Edgeworth, are you going to next propose that a dead body can swim through a pipe? See, Mr. Prosecutor, chase after this man is far from over.
Agent Lang. Why is he helping Miss Alba now? He's not. He's realised the flaw in my argument and is helping to move the logic along. In which case, I should return a favour and find an answer.
And another thing, Mr. Pilchin's body was found in his office in the bar. What happened to his body after it was transported to the open air stage?
Mr. Alba had an accomplice in the bar, remember?
You mean Sheena, right?
He loves Sheena. With her there, you can see how it was possible to move the body up to the office.
Are you seriously claiming that she swam through the connecting pipe with the body?
He's right. Miss Sheena would drown if she did that. It's hard to imagine that she swam through the connecting pipe.
It looks like your hypothesis about how the body was moved is still only half-baked. In the end, it's all just the befuddling musings of an accusatory man. Now then, I believe you should give up and allow him passage, because from the start there was no feasible method of transporting the body. What?
Mr. Prosecutor, recall Sheena's movements.
No.
What was happening in the embassy around the time Miss Sheena was in Baval? Oh, if only there was a way to get rid of the water in the pool. Get rid of the water?
Aha, that's it. Now, I believe this time we've really done it right.
Unfortunately for you, it's far from over, Mr. What did that say? Mr. Alba. Oh, I thought he said a bowl because of the exclamation mark. I thought it was an L.
You're a most persistent man. Are you saying that you thought of a way to move the body through the water?
Move the body through the water? That is completely unrelated to how it was done.
Excuse me.
The reason I say that is because there wasn't any water there at the time.
What do you mean there wasn't any water?
Just what it sounds like. Tonight's events made it possible to drain the water, allowing the body to be moved. The fires?
Take that!
Tonight, the Ashgrassi set fire to a variety of locations in the Barbalese embassy. In order to put the fires out, much of the reservoirs of water was used. Of course, when the water was used, the reservoirs of water level went down. If enough water was drained, the connecting pipe could be used to traverse the border.
So what? The water level went down, the reservoirs were connected. Does any of this matter? You can't prove any of this.
Pretending to be ignorant won't work with me. We both know what kind of situation we're in right now. Even in a game, there comes a critical game-changing moment. A moment in which you've hit a wall that you must overcome in order to beat the game.
I haven't lost yet.
I found the route you used to smuggle the body, and that route will lead to defeat.
Even if all the water was used by firefighting effort, you still can't really call that a smuggling route.
I know that.
I should figure out you would know this.
Hey, Mr. Albert, how deep are these pools anyway? I have you know that those pools are extremely deep. And there are no ladders or footholds along the walls either. It would be difficult for Sheena to hold the body and climb up out of the pool. Ladders or footholds along the walls? There was no need for such things. What do you mean? If only there was some certain something, they could go up or down the pool at will. Oh, it looks like you got an answer already. Well, what are you waiting for, Mr. Prosecutor? I don't know what he said there. What did he say? Enlighten us already. The way in which Miss Sheena and the body were able to rise up to the ground level. If there was a way to control the water level, that could be the way the body was moved. This was used so that the body was and Miss Sheena could move up and down in the pool. Also refill.
Take that!
Mr. Alba used the fountain spouts. Oh my god, that's not him. Mr. Alba used the fountain spouts in a manner of speaking. He used the fountain spouts? How so? The water level in the pools can be controlled by opening and closing the spouts. Sheena and the body were lifted upwards by their buoyancy in water. The fire on the Barbley side and the firefighting effort. These were set in motion all for the sake of smuggling Mr. Cochin's body. Shall I show you where the final destination of my train of logic leads? First, Mr. Alba closed the fountain spouts in advance in preparation of things to come. Then he took the pushcart that was brought to the Rose Garden and pushed it along with the Iron Infant and Mr. Cochin's body into the pool. At this time, Sheena was busy conveniently starting the first fire in Babal. She then made for the open-air stage pool to wait for the firefighting effort to begin. When the firefighters used the water in the pool, the water level went down. And by the time the fire was put out, the pipe between the two pools was exposed. This is when she pushed the pushcart from the alabaster to the Babal. Once that was accomplished, Mr. Alba simply opened the fountain spouts once more. The water level rose up to its original level along with Miss Sheena and the body. That's insane. Just she's floating with a dead body in the water, like, Lord. After that, Miss Sheena used the pushcart to carry the body up to the Secretariat's office. There is an elevator in the embassy after all, so you see it. Even with her small frame, she could have easily transported Mr. Cochin's body. And that wraps up my thorough explanation of how the body was moved. No! Well, ex-ambassador, what do you think? Not so untouchable about your precious extraterritorial rights to protect you, are you? I knew you could do it, Mr. Edgeworth. Way to fight back. You accuse me of moving the body across country lines. Well, when you get down to nitty-gritty, you don't have what it takes to indict me. The nitty-gritty? What does this old man want now? Proof, I believe, is what he seeks. Yes, proof. Without any, who's to say whether or not any of that really happened? He wants proof? What are we going to do, Mr. Edgeworth? There's no need to worry. I have all the proof we need all along. The body wasn't the only thing to go through the pool's connecting pipe tonight. Just as Detective Gumshoe found the pushcart in the open-air stage area, so too did I find one of the items. And that piece of evidence is what will prove that the pools were the smuggling route. This was another thing that was smuggled over to Babal's open-air stage area.
Take that!
Not that. I didn't mean to pick that. This is what we found. What exactly is this? You have no idea, do you? This is a piece that I found on the Barbley side will be your undoing. The guitar pick. Would you care to explain how that is going to do me in, as it were? Much to your chagrin. Hello, sorry about that. It cut out again. Let me read back to where it was lost. Here it was. It wasn't. Wait, was it? Okay, it was somewhere here.
A guitar pick? Would you care to explain how that is going to do me in, as it were?
Much to your chagrin, perhaps, but this is not a guitar pick.
What?
This is something I found at the open air stage, which was transported with the body. I naturally assumed that you would recognize it since you took a photo of it, after all. But then, since you don't, allow me to show you what this fragment from the stage area belongs to. And then I presented the knife. Let us take a good look at the murder weapon that was used to kill Manny Cochin. On the handle of this knife there's a beautifully blooming flower. However, it would appear that it's missing a single petal. Now then, let's see what happens when we try to fit this pick in that open slot. It's a perfect fit. I assume that the petal must have fallen off the flower during Mr. Cochin's murder, and then it was accidentally placed into the pushcart along with Mr. Cochin's body.
That's an interesting story, nothing more.
And then we're here. I assure you it's more than just a story, because for some odd reason this flower petal was wet when I found it.
It was wet, you say?
Yes, and the only place it could have gotten wet from is the open air stair. Oh my god, I don't know why I can't say open air. Open air stage. Open air stage pool. Now I ask you, how did a part of the weapon which was smuggled into the theatre wind up in the open air? Oh my god. Open air stage area. That is such a tongue twister, I don't know why. Wind up in the open air stage area on the Barbary side of the embassy. There we go. Can we stop saying that now? I don't think I need to waste my words explaining this, as the petal explains it all for me. It proves that someone went from the Rose Gardens pool on through into the bar.
Impossible!
People in 5 have been waiting to see you face to face, Mr. Alba. Tell everyone back home we'll be there. You should be happy.
Why?
Why? It seems to be late to be asking that question. You should have known from the very beginning. When you took your first life, no matter how you may plot or how you may try to cover it all up, you can never hide from your crime and what you've done. Because we're here to see to it that justice is served to people like you.
You can't call what you've given a perfect argument.
He's like, what? What are you talking about now? You know, I don't think this guy's going to ever admit to his wrongdoings, Mr. Edgeworth. Because he values himself above all else. People can't be negotiated with are people who refuse to admit that they've lost. I don't believe those kind of people really exist because everyone breaks eventually. You're right. In that case, I have no choice but to use all of the evidence I have. I'll use it all until he breaks under the weight of his crimes. Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more. This really will be the end of the line. Oh, to be continued. Well, we're continuing it right now. Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more.
As if there's anything else for me to testify about.
I still have yet to fully prove that it was Mr. Alba who murdered Mr. Cochin. Well, I would like to hear about your movements before the murder occurred. I wonder if you could tell us about what you did here at the Theatrum Neutralis.
Very well, I suppose I could tell you about that. Because about all I did was watch the Steel Samurai stage show.
Elaborating on even that alone is good enough for me. The only way for me to place this man under arrest is to pinpoint the exact location of where the murder took place, for that is the key to this investigation.
I watched from the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose. I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you? Those moving scenes were seared into this old man's heart. I'll never forget them.
So you were in the theatre proper, watching the Steel Samurai stage show, were you?
Of course I was. I have a great fondness for Steel Samurai.
Yeah, I was pretty cool up there, wasn't I? You're not the one who was cool. It's the Steel Samurai who's cool. Yeah, and the Steel Samurai's special finishing move today was really something, huh? Hmm? Hey, Edgy, who is she? What the hell? Who is this super cute girl? She's been standing here this whole time and only now he notices her. Her name is Kay Faraday, and she's helping me in my investigation. Sorry I didn't get to introduce myself earlier, but better late than never. Yes, okay, I'm Larry Butts! Silence in the peanut gallery. There's no time for trivialities at this time like this. Mr. Prosecutor, this is the final battle. You got that? I know. This is the end for that man there. Now that's the kind of thing I like to hear. I think I'll give trusting you a try, Mr. Prosecutor. Or rather, Mr. Edgeworth. He called me by my name. Call me by your name and I'll call you by mine. I leave this critical battle. I'm so sorry. If you get that reference, then... I leave the critical battle up to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Have no fear, I will finish the job. This really is the end game. The time has come to expose every last one of Mr. Alba's lies. Question you about the show. Well, I remember the contents of the show as well myself. That's nice. That's nice. Miles Edgeworth, don't allow yourself to be riled up by him at this important juncture. I wasn't planning to let him. So what do you mean that's nice? It's so funny. Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the biggest Steel Samurai expert around here. And didn't you think the climatic scene of today's show was just totally awesome? Yes, I remember that well, and a spectacular special move. The way you delivered the final blow against the evil magistrate, early summer rain jab. Oh, that scene will live on my heart forever. Is that how it went? I totally forgot about that. How can you forget your own special moves? That's the special attack that the Steel Samurai uses when he's using the Samurai Spear. Yeah, so today was the first time they showed it off, was it not? If I hadn't watched that show, then how could I answer you with the name of the move? I suppose you are correct, but if you could, please elaborate on this point for me. One of the scenes was his never seen before Samurai Steel move.
Objection!
The special move today was the early summer rain jab. Is that your final answer? You little irritating gnat. Do you think you can trip me up by asking the same question over and over? That was not my intention. Your testimony is more than sufficient. However, I believe it would be wise for you to take a look at this. Samurai Spear, what about it? This spear actually never made it on stage today. Excuse me? Unfortunately for you, tonight's Steel Samurai happened to be a goof of a young man with an abundance of useless hot-bloodedness. He's like, huh? You can't be talking about me. Having said that, said useless man bent the spear during his rehearsal this evening. Okay, do you remember what the Steel Samurai special move was tonight? It was the Steel Samurai Sushi Smash. Correct. Because he couldn't use the spear, a last-minute change was made. Had you really been watching the show, you would have known the move that was used. Circus Alba, you didn't watch even a single minute of the Steel Samurai stage show tonight, did you? No! So if he wasn't watching the show tonight, then it opens up the possibility that he was busy killing Mr. Kojin instead. So where were you during the show? I demand an answer now. Just what is so funny? You're so sloppy. And so are your conclusions. I still insist that I watched the show, or most of it in any case. What do you mean by most of it? You see, during the show I left my seat for a spell to visit the bathroom. I assume that was when the dramatic scene was played out on stage. That is a
lousiest, lamest excuse I've ever heard in my life, pal. Just because he got the name of the move wrong, we can't really use that as proof that he didn't watch the show at all. As a fan of Steel Samurai, I've wanted to watch the entire show, honest. As a Steel Samurai fan, for someone who wasn't even in his seat for the climax of the show, you have no right to call yourself a Steel Samurai fan, ever. He's taken it really personally. Huh? Who was that just now? It would be I, young lady. Larry, what are you doing interrupting me like that? Edgy, please, hold on a second, I beg. You may never accept this old man as a Steel Samurai fan, but I totally think he's a Steel Samaniac. What the hell? What exactly is a Steel Samaniac, pal? I believe he's meant to say Steel Samurai Maniac. Yeah, and trust me, I know a real fan when I see one because I'm Steel Samurai. I would never acknowledge you as the true Steel Samurai. This is so funny. What are you getting so worked up over, Mr. Edgeworth? It appears that the real Steel Samurai recognizes me as a fan. As well as he should, if I am a fan, it's not as though I missed the entire show. It was a most amazing show filled with the spirit of the young and the young at heart. The sarcasm dripping from his long wooden nose couldn't run any thicker. Getting the name of the move wrong only proves that he didn't watch the last scene. What I really need here is something more definitive. Something that links Mr. Alba directly to the murder of Mr. Manny Cochin. You know what, Gramps? You really are something else. I'm honored to receive such praise from the Steel Samurai, but what is it for? Well, I was just wondering how you found out about the early summer rain jab. That move is a bit of a secret that only a small portion of the staff know about. Wait, it was a secret? Larry, what did you just say? Huh? Did I say something stupid again? Did you say that the early summer rain jab was actually a secret? Well, maybe I shouldn't have said secret. It's more like we only decided on the name of the move right before the start of the show. Right before? Yeah, the stage director was going nuts because we supposed to debut the move. About 5 minutes before the show, we threw it up on the dressing room's whiteboard. Early summer rain jab, that's kind of how we decided the name of the move. By that time, I already bent the spear, so I guess the whole thing was kind of pointless. All of you Steel Samurai actors are the same. The director has my complete sympathy. Long story short, because we changed the move to the sushi slash, we kind of pretended that the early summer rain jab didn't exist at all. I mean, it'd be bad if someone found out we changed the move, so we made it a secret. So basically a gag order was issued for publicity's sake. It always makes the early summer rain jab sound like a lost art. Yeah, which is why I think most of the staff haven't even heard of the move. Hold those lips if you're still. What the heck, old man? I've done nothing but listen, and from what I can tell, it's all very unrelated to the case. It's also very tedious and a pointless exercise in wasting time, much like a kid's show. So, Alba, I believe the one who should be quiet now is you. How dare you? I suspect that you've already noticed exactly what the very severe implications are in this man's testimony. Ah, so now you're trying to bully me, huh? There are no implications to be read into a behind-the-scenes story of a kid's show. Don't even think about trying to slither your way out of this, Curtis Alba. You were the one who said it yourself that the name of the move was Early Summer Rain Jab. But that name was only decided upon right before the show was about to start. So what are you driving at? That the name of the move you told us was never used in the show or said aloud. Now then, would you care to tell us how you found the name of the move? Because I can only think of one way you could have known. Crocus Alba, this is the only way you could have known the name of the special move. You saw it. You knew the name because you saw it. You saw it on the dressing room's whiteboard. Staff members who knew were keeping it a secret, so you couldn't have simply gone up to a staff member and asked. Which means that the only other option left is that you saw it on the whiteboard. So that means that Mr. Alba was in there at some point, right? But what's the big deal, sir? I don't see what that means. There is another piece of evidence that has a great deal to do with the dressing room, so we can't afford to let it slide. Oh yeah.
Take that!
The pushcart that was used to move the body was right there in the dressing room. During the show, the pushcart awaited its return to be pushed on the stage in the dressing room. And it was finally pushed there along with the Iron Infant in the last scene of the show. And then, right after the show ended, it went into the Ablaze and along with the Seal Samurai. Which means that the only time the killer could have placed the body inside the pushcart was when the pushcart was in the dressing room backstage. So basically, the killer had to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show. Precisely. Oh, but wait, what if, and this is just a what if the murder took place right in the dressing room?
What do you mean, Kay?
I have to admit she brings up a valid possibility. During the show, the dressing room was supposed to be devoid of people. Slipping undetected into the private dressing room, then it'd be as simple as pie. The killer must have come up with the idea to move the body with the pushcart then too. Correct, thus making the theatre's dressing room this ideal location for the murder of Manny Coach. Turkus Albert, during the show you went down to the dressing room, and I want to know why.
Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room. I knew it! I'm placing you under arrest right now, pal! You get that? Arrest! Not so fast. What is it now? Don't I deserve a chance to explain myself?
Explain? What is there to explain?
I believe I told you earlier that I went to the bathroom. Well, I got lost when I did. I wanted to ask for directions, but when I opened the dressing room door, no one was inside. And that's when I saw the name of the move on the whiteboard. You punk! Still trying to get out of this!
Do you really think you can get away at this point? Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything you can do to stop him?
I don't have enough evidence on hand to do anything.
I don't have the airtight evidence I need to put this man away for good. But if that's what I need, then perhaps. Agent Lang, I believe an investigation of the dressing room in question is in order. It's possible that we may find new evidence there.
Yeah, if Mr. Edgeworth pokes around in there, I'm sure you'll find some new facts, pal.
Oh, and if we use the faith, we may even learn something about the recreation.
We don't need to do any of that.
What? Wolfie, how could you?
I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just that we've already searched there. My men really are something else.
Then they found nothing.
There's only one thing I can say to you, sis, and it's that they found nothing. That's it.
I guess you're right. If they had found something, they would have reported it to us.
They couldn't find anything there because there was nothing there to find.
And if there's no info to feed into Little Thief, then I can't do much to help either.
Is this the end? The murder took place in this theatre, which is not protected under extraterritorial rights.
And the fact that it was Mr. Albert himself who committed the murder. If I can't prove both statements to be true, Mr. Albert walks away a free man. Is there no course of action left to us?
It would appear that your hand of cards has turned out to be a bust.
God, there's a lot of ending moments in this scene where it's like, oh, we're out of options, and then someone comes in. We're out of options, and then someone comes in. We're out of options, and then someone comes in. I'm like, oh my god. First, freaking Lang did it, then Gumshoe did it, then Larry did it. It was like, oh my god. Sorry. Anyway.
Now, if you'll excuse me, because of you people, I missed my flight.
Who's going to interrupt now? Oh, Kay did it as well. And Ambassador Paleno did it. Who's left to do it? Francisca.
Now I must haste to arrange for a new one.
Oh, who's doing it now? Oh, old bag maybe. Who is it this time? Literally. Oh my god. I called it. How did I dare you, whippersnappers?
First Larry and now you.
What is the scary monster-like scowl on your face, Edgy Poo? Don't treat me like I'm some sort of nuisance. You mean to say this, but all of you keep talking about things I don't get at all. You're leaving this lady in the sad, depressing, lonely dust that I'm about to cry in.
Why did you have to speak up right at this instant?
But you know what, Edgy Poo? Cheer up, because I'm about to give you this most wonderful thing.
The most wonderful thing? From you?
It's so super special that I couldn't give it away to just anyone, you know. Oh, my special present of love to my sweet Edgy Poo. Are you ready? Is this? It's...
It's a box of those samurai dogs, right?
Yes, oh, Edgy Poo, here, go on and eat one, and you'll feel right as rain.
Oh man. Are we through here?
Why did everyone get so quiet all of a sudden? Edgy Poo, tell me you understand the depths of this lady's love for you. I'm not one to hand out snacks willy-nilly, you know. No, sir. The thought have occurred to me that maybe it would be good if I fed you, were you nice and full one day. It was my dream to serve you with some kind of my homemade food. I mean, isn't it the desire of every woman to make sure that their beloved never gets hungry? And that's what I experienced to experience.
Oh man.
Mr. Edgeworth, can you do anything about her?
There is no power on earth that can force that woman into silence. Oh my god.
Oh, but I'm so sick and tired of it. All you people do is look down on me. Even this box of samurai dogs played me for a fool. It has a special design on its fan, like the Japanese flag, so I thought it was special. But when I ate one, it tasted just like all the rest. Oh, it made me so mad.
Wait, a special box with the Hinamaru-like flag on it? I've never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. However, there it is. The red sun on the fan is filled in. Is it possible? Could it be? After the show, the samurai dogs were piled up on the dressing room floor. However, there is no such thing as a Hinamaru dog. It's a contradiction of the facts between something that should not exist and yet does. The rays from the red sun may be just what we need to point us in the right direction.
A present?
Studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to power them all into the pushcart just to move them. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Cochin at this village and then placed his body in the cart. And then, you forced the steel samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. It's time to piece the final pieces of this logic puzzle together, no matter how fragile or small the connections may be. Once we found them all, the way to the truth will be revealed. Oops.
I made a mistake. I picked the wrong thing.
The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means that they had to remove the samurai dogs from within first. Therefore, the samurai dogs that were piled up on the dressing room floor were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer. That which should not exist, this box of samurai dogs with a Hinamaru on it. If this red sun was filled in when the killer was busy removing samurai dogs from the pushcart, then it's proof that the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to be what I believe it to be. Win the old bag. I thank you.
Oh my god!
What you have given to me is truly something very special. Mr. Edgeworth, are you sure you're feeling okay, sir? Mr. Albert, as I suspected, you killed Mr. Cochin in our dressing room. How many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate is with some definitive evidence. That arrogance, that self-confidence. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that could incriminate you. However, there remains one piece here, and it is what will put you away for good. Ha! You're bluffing. Oh, hey, Mr. Prosecutor, sounds like you finally found him. Finally found the fangs. We need to go after this guy's jugular. So then, tell us, what about that box of samurai dogs that's going to put the old man away? The trace evidence that will bring him down? Why, it's here, of course. This part is just the same as all the rest of the boxes, but there is one spot in particular on this box that seems off. What exactly is it? What? I clicked it. This box of samurai dogs with a Hinamaru fan on it. They should never have existed. So I want you to all take a good look at this red spot. It's a single drop of blood.
Huh?
What? Blood, you say? Agent Lang, I'd like this blood analysed post-haste. I've got to admit, I'm a bit surprised. I can't believe we found blood in a place like this. Hey, you! Get this down to the lab, Prano.
But why was there blood on that box to begin with? If you think about the flow of the crime, I think the reason will become obvious. Larry, you said that you transported the samurai dogs with the pushcart, correct? Oh, yeah. You have a great memory, Edgy. That pushcart was too big for my son, you know what I mean? So to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. I figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used them to fill up the cart. If what Larry says is true, then what were the boxes doing on the floor? Now I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcart. Exactly, and that is when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto that box. But when my men investigated the room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there, because embassy staff members had already confiscated them. Yes, no doubt to hide the evidence of the murder. It's a good thing Miss Olbeck managed to steal that one box before they got to him, huh? Looks like Miss Olbeck also managed to put this great thief to shame. What a scandalous way of putting that. I didn't steal, I received it for myself. Hocus Alba, I'd say that this was one very fateful oversight on your part. Sorry to rain on your little love fest, however. How can he be so self-confident in a no-win situation for him like this? Even if that blood turns out to belong to Mr. Cochin, then what? So, Miss Edgeworth, it sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet, huh? Sole piece of evidence that was left at the scene of the crime. That alone has shed light on a new fact. At the very least, we now have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room. And you say that like it means something. Huh? Excuse me, sirs. Board, what were the results of the analysis? Sir, the analysis came back and confirmed that the red substance is blood. I knew it. With this, Curtis Alba. Miss Redworth, I wonder if you might humor my question. Your question? One from before, have you forgotten? Even if it is that Mr. Coach's blood, what difference would it make? Like we already told you, it proves that the crime scene was in a dressing room. It doesn't prove that I'm your killer, does it? That's... No. He has a very good point. Blood on that box doesn't prove that Mr. Alva is the killer. Then there's evidence. It's meaningless. That can't be. We're so close, sir. I want to smack that smug look off his face. Come on, there's got to be something we can do. We finally found a solid piece of evidence. There must be something I can expose with it. I can't think of a single thing. Now, if you'll excuse me. Who was that? It's too late. I won't allow anyone to stop me now. I'll be on my way. It wasn't me, pal. It wasn't me either this time. It wasn't me either. It was me. Why did you... because I haven't finished reporting everything to you yet, sir. There's more. What? Hurry up and spit it out. The forensic guy is the main character. Yes, sir, that blood I mentioned. It's none of the same blood type as the victim's blood. What? No. What? What do you mean it's not the same type? You mean it's not the victim's blood? If it isn't his, then who the hell's is it? I don't know, sir. All I know is that it's not the same blood type as the victim, sir. What should we do now, Miss Redworth? I have no idea what this means anymore. Neither do I. My, what an amusing turn of events. A blood drop proves something to be true, alright? Namely my words. And which one of your words would that be? The ones where I said that your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. That blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. Need I remind you that the blood got onto that box long before it entered my embassy? What sort of nonsense? Yeah, it's blood, pal. There's no way it's not related to the murder. So you would like to believe. But what if someone preparing the samurai dogs had a small nosebleed? What then? I guess that's possible. Damn it! Have we been wasting our time on a red herring? The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to the case. That should be clue enough. Crocus Alba, you bastard! Oh my god. Is that the first swear word in the game? In the Ace Attorney games? Silence! Don't you ever address me with such a filthy word again. I've wasted enough time here with you, and you have your answers. Now let me through. Albert, it doesn't matter where you run off to, you'll never escape me. Someday I'll have the satisfaction of sinking my fangs into you. You'll see. And of all of the Interpol will be behind me, working to see till that day comes. Do you know what your words sound like to me? They sound like whining of a pathetic loser of a mutt. Oh my god. Is this really the extent of all we can do? Is the blood really from someone completely unrelated to the case? Or is there another possibility, someone else other than the victim? Just when I thought I'd backed him into a corner, it is I who was being backed into one. In a situation like this, what would that man do? What would he, who can turn any desperate situation around, do? My lover, Phoenix, turn it around. That's it. I must turn my way of thinking around. It's not whose blood is this, it's whose blood could get onto the box like this. And if I think about it that way, if the blood got onto the box when the body was being placed into the pushcart, then the owner of said blood must have been in the dressing room at the time. And there is only one person that could be. Well, I must praise you for trying so hard. It's because of you, cases that I was removed from centre stage, and will be forced to live out the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately. But it's not a total loss, as the underworld will allow me more freedom than you will ever know. Freedom like that raven feels as it flies through the dark night sky. You can't lay a finger on me. Not now, not ever. The arm of the law is powerless before me.
Objection!
Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. What do you mean? Allow me to describe you in one word. Pitiful. Pitiful, how so? Kirkusalva, your wings were clipped long ago. And for someone who is trying to fly away on them without noticing the fact, pitiful is the perfect word to describe you. Ha! Mere words. What do you mean by his wings were clipped, Mr. Edgeworth? Just what you think it means, Kay. We already caught him in a trap a while back, with an incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence. Hey, Earth, Mr. Prosecutor, can't speak in English? What are you talking about? What piece of evidence? Piece I speak of course, this drop of blood. But we know it's not from the victim. I don't see how it remains relevant to this case at all. Miss Von Karma, I believe that is exactly why it's very important to the case. The part that is the most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood. You're looking a little pale. Good, then I believe you're already aware of what I mean. Then you know who the blood belongs to? Of course I do. This piece of evidence is the irrefutable pure proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. The blood that soiled this box of samurai dogs belongs to this person. It's got to be him, because he's got an injury. Why are they all so slow to pick up on that? Blood of the red sun on this box belongs to you, Kirkusalva. What? What? Why is his blood on a box of samurai dogs? He's not even a victim. The blood fell onto the box when Mr. Cochin's body was being loaded into the pushcart. At that time, the only two people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer. So that's what you mean, if the blood doesn't belong to the victim? Then there's only one other person it could belong to. Yes, and that person is the murderer himself. That's the only logical conclusion. But Mr. Cochin was the one who was stabbed, sir. Why would Mr. Albert have been the one who was bleeding? What if during the murder Mr. Cochin fought back? You mean if before Mr. Albert could kill him, Mr. Cochin managed to wound Mr. Albert? Yes, and I believe we have evidence, piece of evidence that proves that he was bleeding then. His injury.
Take that!
Mr. Albert, you bear on your body a great wound. That was from when Damas 2 attacked me with a pair of scissors. Yeah, and that happened way after he was in the dressing room. Ah, but is that what really happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so I can't just accept that as fact. Shall we try and test Mr. Albert and see if the shape of your wound matches its scissors? You really are something else, Miss Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip you by, no matter how insignificant the possibility. You're one to talk, Mr. Alba. You've managed to give the law the slip for 10 years as the smuggling ring's leader. No matter the danger, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from anyone. Everyone. You truly are a one-of-a-kind criminal. I'm the master of fear. My fear. However, to think that a person such as you could miss such a large thing. You believe I've overlooked something? You said that my wound was caused by Mr. Cochin, and that it was caused here in one of the theatre's dressing rooms, right? Yes, that's correct. I'd like to point out that it's simply not possible. My wound is a stab wound, and that could only have come from a blade. I wonder where you propose that such a weapon came from.
This video was packed with security guards. It would have been impossible for anyone to come into the area with a weapon of any sort.
Just as Mr. Alba was able to bring in the alabaster knife in a bouquet, it must have been some other way to sneak in a weapon of some sort. But as long as you can't prove what was other way is, all your talk about Mr. Cochin stabbing me is pure nonsense. So if that other way does exist, you'd better hurry and tell me now. He's like, okay. With pleasure. Wait, what? This piece of evidence shows us how Mr. Cochin brought a weapon into this theatre. It's gotta be this.
Take that!
Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yatagrasu's key. That key!
It's the key that my father stole from here 7 years ago.
And it is very unique in that it is both a key and a knife, meaning that under the guise of a key it could have been easily brought into the theatre. You could have disposed of the knife that stabbed you, therefore you wiped off the blood and placed it back in Mr. Cochin's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. And inside that safe, there was a document about Cadokian paper signed by Mr. Cochin. In order to make it look like Mr. Cochin died as the leader of the smuggling ring, you had to make it so that the police were the ones who opened that office safe. All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy you in the end. Shall we try matching this knife's blade with your wound, Mr. Kirkasaba? And that is what some may call the coup de grace.
Impossible. You can't take me down. Swine, all of you. Especially Manny Cochin. This is all because of that man's betrayal. He sought to steal control of the smuggling ring from me by removing me as an ambassador, which is why he deserved to die while bearing guilt for all of my crimes for me. That's why I sent out the Yatagrasu's card and how this incident was born. Manny was supposed to be the smuggling ring's leader who was killed by the Yatagarasu. But I had yet another reason, yet another story that was supposed to play out. Manny's death was supposed to bring everything to a close, and I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling prosecutors.
What is this, Scooby-Doo?
Would have gotten away with it too, it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Meddling prosecutors. Mr. Alba, I'm afraid there is one more question I forgot to ask. This country's or Alabast's, which country's court would you like to face first? Either way, it's game over for you. Oh man. Knocked the teeth out of him.
This is it, the big day. It's Mr. Alba's trial today.
Next week, he's scheduled to stand trial in his own country of Alabast. My sister is heading that one. I suppose she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes, that's it.
Having to face Miss Von Karma in court right after facing you, sir. I don't even want to think of what that would be like. I caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba as he was being escorted into the courthouse, and boy, he looks about as calm as I do the day before I get my monthly paycheck. You know, I've been thinking, that flight attendant and even Mr. Portsman were all Mr. Alba's secret agents.
Correct. That smuggling ring was the common thread between all of those incidents. Having meals to provide support during smuggling ops using her job as an attendant. And Mr. Portsman was to manipulate trials related to the ring to end in their favour.
Ooh, go you airlines and even the prosecutor's office. No one was safe from that smuggling ring, huh, sir?
I suspect there are even more members of this ring spread throughout the world.
Yeah, it sounds like such a big op that I can't even begin to imagine what it's like.
What is it, Detective?
Nothing, it's just, well, come to think of it, Mr. Ernest Ameno's trial is also scheduled for later today, sir.
I'm aware of that. Mr. Ameno has been working with the smuggler ring now for over 10 years. He used the Ameno Group's various connections worldwide to assist the ring. But as all of that has come to an end, as his conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I owe Mr. Ameno a debt of gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society.
Well, with the arrest of Mr. Albert and Mr. Ameno, I guess that about wraps up the KJ incident as well, huh?
I suppose so. The real killer in the KJ incident 10 years ago was Manny Kochan. And 7 years ago, the killer in the second KG8 incident was Mac Rell. Those two facts are the unshakable truth. However, it seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and the other truths from us, and I will expose it all at the trials today.
You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir?
CCU and Deadman. Perhaps now these two brave souls who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Pelino. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't need any of these, so I'm giving them to you.
What? Seriously, sir? Wait, actually, I don't think I want them anymore. The way you're holding them, don't tell me they're just coupons, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since the two countries became Canopia again, its economy has changed.
Really?
And it seems that Ambassador Pelino has reaped a few benefits of his own from it. He's announced as the official ambassador of the newly reunified Canopia. Ah, but what a pity. Even though every item he sent is a treasure, you don't seem all that interested.
Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant, Kay.
Wait, that's not what I said. Mr. Edgeworth, please let me have them, sir.
Actually, come to think
of it, where is Kay? How come she's not here?
She's just standing behind Edgeworth.
Hey, you gotta be more alert than that.
Eek!
I can't believe you didn't notice. I was mimicking Miss Edgeworth's voice for a bit.
I totally didn't notice you or realize that voice was you.
I didn't even know who it was.
Like Z says, ferocious love blooms with each new spring.
Agent Blang, a pleasant surprise to see you here.
I came to give you a kiss goodbye. It's been a long time since I set foot in a courthouse, but I wasn't going to miss watching the guy who screwed up my country finally get what's coming to him. Well, Dad, and something else. I want to see you in action in court. And then I want to see you in action in the bedroom.
Oh, God. Is that so, Agent Blang?
We flushed out all the counterfeit bills, so Zengfire is finally at peace again. And it's all thanks to you, so I just want to say, thanks.
Wow, I never thought I'd see the day old Wolfie says thanks to Mr. Edgeworth.
I should be the one thanking you, Agent Blang. If you hadn't negated Mr. Albert's extraterritorial rights, I would not have been able to bring him to trial. I believe the victory belongs to the both of us in this case.
The shared victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong, I still never forgive you prosecutors. And I have zero interest in that truth thing you talk about in court. I've always done my things my way, and that's not about to change. You got that?
I see. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job.
Yeah, and if there's ever someone your precious truth can't catch, feel free to sit around and cry about it all you want. But as for me, I'm gonna get that person no matter what.
Alright. It's about time for the trial to start, so I'll see you later.
I'll be watching your performance from the gallery. I'm looking forward to this. I read a whole ton of ticker tape for today's victory, sir.
I'll throw some around when Mr. Edgeworth wins.
Hope you got enough, because I'm gonna go call out my men as well.
A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. Ticker tape. Scene shifts to the courtroom, and the final act of this long tale begins. It was long, this episode is long. The legend of the great thief Yatagarasu. It's the story of those who chose to dedicate their lives to the pursuit of truth. Prosecutors are those who seek a guilty verdict for the defendants they meet. To that end, you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. That creed was forced on me since I was very young. However, I no longer think that it's all prosecutors. Oh my god, I can't read this so fast! And that is because... Phoenix Wright, I love him. Where is he? Why is he not there beside me? I mean across from me. Even though, oh my god, I feel as though it's been a lifetime since I've set foot in one. And today, more than any other day, I feel the fight within me rising. Yeah, sorry I messed up those lines at the end, but it was going really fast. I wasn't even pressing it. Now the end credits. Finally, it's over. I did enjoy this last chapter of the final episode, but this episode is way too long for no reason. Like, it's too much. It's not that interesting to be that long. I did enjoy like the final bit though, like discovering about how they moved the body through the water and that he killed him in the dressing room. But like, it kind of just feel like the whole beginning of the case was redundant. I guess it's kind of like two cases in one, because it's like you got the Sheena part. It's like, oh, you killed Cochin, and then actually she didn't. And then just figuring out she's the Yasparasu, and then yeah. It's just too long. I can't say like, I don't know which my favourite case of this game was. Probably the second one. I did enjoy that one. That was interesting. The third one I hated. I hated the freaking Amino one. I don't care about the kidnapping. It was confusing. It was stupid. I am not a fan of that one. That's probably the worst case I've ever played, to be honest. What else? Fourth case was alright. Nothing crazy. This is probably my least favourite Ace Attorney game, to be honest. Which is a shame, because I do enjoy playing as Edgeworth. But what can I say? It's just my thoughts. I just feel like the whole case is not that interesting, like the smuggling stuff. I do think that the villain's pretty cool, but again, it didn't feel... I don't know, it didn't have that same impact as the other ones did. I don't know. In this case, look at it. Ugh. Horrible case. The badges, like, I can't deal with that. But yeah, definitely my least favourite Ace Attorney game. The next one, I've played it also before, but like a very long time ago. I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember it being like 10 times better than this. So that's really good. But yeah, if I had to rank them, this would be at the bottom. My favourite one is probably Trials and Tribulations. Is that the third one? Yeah, I think it's Ace Attorney, then Ace Attorney Justice for All, then Trials and Tribulations. Yeah, that one's probably the best, and then maybe Spirit of Justice. Or Dual Destinies. Oh, I don't know, because I really like all of them. The first Ace Attorney's good as well, so the second one's good. They're all good, just not this one. Like, I would rate this one a 6 out of 10 overall. Because it is Ace Attorney, and I still love Ace Attorney, but like the story gets a 2 out of 10. But like obviously because of the mechanics and playing as Edgeworth, and it does have a lot of funny scenes, so that gets a higher score. But yeah, overall it's like a 5 or a 6. And like, what was her deal? Just a random plot twist with her, like, oh, the dead guy is actually my long lost father. Like, that was so random. Like, what? It was just... And then the whole pretend kidnapping thing made no sense, because the guy, he's like, I'm trying to extort money from my dad, and his dad's like, I'll pay you whatever money to protect my son, I love my son. And it's like, well, then why did you do the kidnapping then if your dad just gives you whatever you want? Made no sense. Oh, Lord. Thank you all for watching, and I'll probably stop ranting now and just let the credits roll. And I'll see you in my next video, which will be Fantasy Life I, which comes out tomorrow, and I will be streaming it at 4. I'm looking forward to that, and that wraps up this Ace Attorney Melvin. See you, and wait, probably before those two, so the surprise one's going to come next. So my new YouTube video, we're going to take a little also little bits of stuff. But I think I'm going to cut down a bit on maybe every week I'll upload because I'll be focusing on Fantasy Life and the new aceattorney. It's not new, it's old, obviously, but it's a secret. We don't know what it is. What's it going to be? Well, I guess there's more to read.
What? I feel so much better now that the trial's over. And as always, your legal prowess was top-notch, sir.
Yeah, and nothing beats the look on Mr. Albert's face when you're revealing his big secrets.
I totally misread that.
I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into the courtroom.
Mr. Edgeworth is always like 10 minutes fierce.
10 times fiercer in court. Based on the information Mr. Albert offered up, they've begun large-scale operations to clean up the rest of the ring, which I'm happy to leave to Francisca and Agent Lane.
So what are your plans now, Kay?
Huh? Oh, well, we've taken care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know. Maybe I'll just keep on being Miss Edgeworth's assistant.
Are you trying to steal my job, pal?
Just kidding. I can't steal something so important to you, Gummy.
Phew, that was a relief.
Okay.
Yeah?
Even after all that's happened, are you still planning to become a great thief?
Of course. But I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Yadagrasu, so I'm going to hold off on doing anything until I make a tight three-person team of my own.
3-person team?
A three-person team of young beauties the same age as me, if possible.
With those criteria, I highly doubt you'll find the 2 other people you'll need.
My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what's so noble about him. So you see, Miss Edgeworth, the only things I will ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away. I'm gonna work extra hard to make a world where the Yadagrasu isn't needed.
Let's both strive for such a future.
Well, I guess it's time for me to get going.
I see.
Yeah, keep your chin up and stay strong, okay? Don't be a stranger.
Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be sure to break the lock on the window and sneak in.
If you could, I'd appreciate it if you came in through the building's front door.
It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. The lock on my window at home has been broken forever.
Oh, one last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture, just the 3 of us.
Yeah, commemorative photo. Every big case is to end with one.
No.
Hey, why not?
Don't tell me you got camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth.
Of course not, Detective.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm taking a picture now. Hey, come back here.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't run away from this, sir.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Get off of me. Just stop that. I can't be seen doing that.
Taking the selfie.
Okay, I'm totally taking it now. Say cheese.
As the photo and dust, the long tale of the KG8 incident came to a close. It saw the demise of a smuggling ring and birth of a little great thief. But there is little time to rest and relax. For I am eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. The reason for my eagerness is I get to see Phoenix Wright, my want to pursue the truth, and Phoenix Wright, my want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of the law for good. And to see Phoenix, as someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor. I can't wait to spend it with Phoenix. That is my new creed. And my other creed is to marry Phoenix. Oh, how cute. Oh my god, grab me by the necktie. Edgeworth, stop being so stuck up. I love that picture, so cute. Hope you all enjoyed that. And yeah, see you tomorrow for Fantasy Li-Fi. Super excited. Bye-bye. Unless there's something else. No? Okay, cool. Bye.